Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be a match between Dark and Creator here on Pillars of Gold. It is a pig replay. He cast this originally on his Twitch stream, link in the description. He's currently doing a subathon at the time of this casting, but it should be over by the time this posts unless it's still going on. If you don't know what a subathon is, it just means that a creator does a stream, and every single time somebody donates or subscribes, more time is added on. So Pig's been going for about 2 weeks, and I feel like it's kind of winding down, but that is at the mercy of his viewers. So top right, we have a blue Zerg player. It is Dark. And in the bottom left, we've got Creator. So two honestly kick-butt top-of-the-line players here today. Thanks again, Pig, for supporting this channel and allowing me to cast this replay. Again, please check Pig out. He's hilarious. He's Australian. He's honestly a super good dude as well. I don't know. If you don't know who Pig is, but you know who I am, I'm not sure what's going on in your life. So, check him out. He's got a YouTube channel as well. So if you're not interested in Twitch, which I know a lot of you aren't, then honestly, YouTube, not a bad place to be for Pig stuff. Okie doke. So 1 gate expand, 16, 18, 17. Dark did have to take the third base. Well, take his natural at his third base because of the probe harassment here from Creator, which is not anything too crazy at all. This is from about March or so, late March. So a bit of an older replay, but still in the current patch, still in the current balance patch of StarCraft 2, and therefore nothing too crazy we have to worry about here, right? Right. So Dark, insanely good world champion Zerg player. He's fantastic. And Creator has done some amazing stuff as Protoss in StarCraft 2 as well. So, I'm excited for this. I don't know who's going to come out on top. I have not watched this replay before. I did not see it cast live. So, as far as that is concerned, I am in the same dark room that you are. Not knowing what's coming next, but isn't that why you like sports? Isn't that what's great about live StarCraft events and even replays, if again you don't know what's going to happen, is just that sense of wonder, that sense of what's going to go, how's this going to go? Oh, it looks like this player's losing early. Can he make a comeback? Oh, he made a comeback, but the other player flipped it on him, and now he's in the lead. Just that kind of stuff, I really like it. About 245 on the third base here from Dark. We're going to call this the natural from now on. Else it gets really confusing. And so far, just pretty much droning. He's going to get speed for his lings. We're going to have a few lings out here. Nice shot. There we go. So that ling is dead. Overlord seeing what's going on, what's coming out of the front door. The answer is not much. And what's Creator working on? Well, he's got a Twilight Council opening. Thanks for asking. And a robotics facility. So this very much could be Resonating Glaive Adepts. It could be a Charge Lot, Warp Prism kind of a thing as well. It's going to be interesting to see what he chooses. The thing about these builds is I haven't seen a super elite level Zerg player die to them more than once or twice in the last 3 or 4 months. So it's definitely Resonating Glaives. So we're going to Resonating Glaives our way in. The Roach Warren's on the way. Creator has this figured out. Like, I don't know what what information he's gathered, but it's probably just a safety Roach Warren, right? I mean, if you don't know what the Protoss is up to, getting a Roach Warren, you're never going to be like, I'm so sad I have a Roach Warren. What a useless building that is. Because even if they, I don't know, they open up like Mass Phoenix, Roaches are going to be pretty good on the counterattack, right? So having a Roach Warren, never going to be a bad thing if you're a Zerg player. That's my recommendation as Falcon Paladin. But these lings are going to get dizzy and throw up, man. I mean, can you imagine running back and forth that fast, just turning around and around and around and around? Eventually your stomach could just be like, nope, no, I'm out. Whoosha! And Adepts are coming. They got their Resonating Glaive upgrades. We've got a Warp Prism following behind as well. But again, I think Dark is very well prepared for this. He's got Ravagers coming in. He's got the Roaches. He's making Lings to assist with extra DPS. Pure Ling Queen is a hard hold here against Resonating Glaive Adepts. I've seen it done before. But you just feel so much better when you have the Ravagers that outrange the Adepts by a substantial margin. And Roaches that just take a ton of hits from an Adept to kill. So, beautiful. Beautiful deflection here out of Dark. He's got a lair. He's like, okay, so I shut that down. That was nice. And by that I mean, no, Creator's not done with this. He's going to fly on into the main base. There is a queen here. Stab, 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 stab. Other queens are going to try to focus down the War Prism, which shuts it down, right? The War Prism wants to stick around, but can't if there are queens shooting it. So I think Dark has held this in an easy way, to be honest with you. I mean, Creator didn't go for it, right? If he went for it, he could probably have gotten a bunch of drone kills, but probably would have lost all of the Adepts as well. But what you can do in this situation, which we've seen before, is a Protoss that keeps these Adepts alive instead of suiciding them in. And then they're part of the mid-game push, right? They're part of the push that's coming in about 4 minutes or so. And that push is much stronger for the presence of the Adepts. They can also help defend the third base with their Resonating Glaive abilities. Look at this. These Lings are like, they don't want anything to do with that. If these were dead, the third base would be in more trouble. So I kind of like this. Like, you forced out some Roaches and Ravagers, you forced out a bunch of Lings, and you kept your stuff alive. So I think that's a good move out of Creator. I know you might look at this and say, well, he went for the Resonating Glaive Adepts and didn't accomplish anything with it. Nah, anytime you can force the Zerg player to make attacking units that he's not able to use to attack, you win. As Terran and as Protoss both. Feints are very good in StarCraft. Zergs do not want to make Roaches or Ravagers unless they're planning on attacking soon. And he wasn't, right? He wanted to make drones. He'd rather just make drones all day until he has 85 of them or 90, and then make army. But see, the trick about StarCraft is that you're getting attacked, you're getting harassed, you can't get away with that. And that's why attacks are important. Even if you're not going to necessarily kill the Zerg, getting these attacks up, forcing the Zerg player to respond with something, and slowing them down in their economy is what this is all about. Alright, Blink in production. 1, 2, 3, 4 bases. Mortal is not killing this. I mean, big-time swings, definitely. Ooh, Adept sneaking into the third base, causing some problems. Hallucinated Phoenix not causing problems. But Adept's causing problems, that's for sure. They are all very dead. Gross of Bile. Ugh. Helping finish off that final Adept. Maybe got a couple Lings in the process, but Lings are cheap. Lings are basically cheap as free. Not as free, but, you know, cheap. If you've never played the StarCraft 2 campaign, I recommend you do so. There's, in Heart of the Swarm, in that expansion, there's an upgrade where your Lings are slow, right? But you get 3 of them at a time, and when they die, they get reborn at a hatchery back home. Which, free, right? Free units. Everybody hates free units, except for Zerg players. They like them. Anyway, what are we looking at? 63 to 63 army supply, right even on the nose. Dark's at 78 workers, because of course he is. His 4 bases, he's got the drones, he's long distance mining from this 4th base before it even finishes. And Creator is on the 3. Robotics Bay warping in from Creator. Got additional gateways here too. It's Colossus. So Colossus, the tech of choice here. Hallucinated Phoenix getting some real nice scouts off. Sees no Spire, right, which is good. No Corruptors to deal with the Colossus that are in production. There is not even an infestation pit for Vipers to abduct the Colossus. So suddenly, just kidding. There's an infestation pit on the way now. So Vipers for abducting the Colossus are going to be part of a battle. Maybe not the first upcoming one, but part of it. Creator kind of sharking around with the Stalkers. Maybe he could snipe down that hatch, but he'd probably die to the army that is nearby. So 4th base warping in from Creator. He's going to bring his Stalkers back home to defend. Making 2 Colossus at once. Getting charge. Working on a Hydralisk Den is Dark 2. Might as well have some Lurkers, right? Lurker range is insanely good with the Seismic Spines upgrade. Can actually do pretty well against Colossus because Colossus don't do bonus damage versus Lurkers. So that's what the Immortals and Stalkers are for versus said Lurkers. Bonus versus armored. Again, Hallucinated Phoenix, just like scouting all of the things. Scouts the Lurker Den. Wait. Doesn't scout the Lurker Den. Real close to scouting the Lurker Den. Doesn't do it. Also, Zergling's thinking about trying to take down this base, but no. No guaranteed damage there, so he backed out. Talked about guaranteed damage a lot on the channel. Oh, those Adepts didn't want to finish that Shade. I'm pretty sure they didn't want to, but maybe Creator's attention was elsewhere, maybe dealing with these Zerglings. So it's going to be a Colossus, Sentry, Stalker, Zealot, Immortal kind of a thing. Here from Creator, he's got 4 Immortals, good amount to deal with those Lurkers for sure. Baneling's trying to get a roll by, but there was enough army here from Creator that didn't happen at all. Surprise! Surprise Ling attack! Oh my gosh, they're going to get it. Wow, this is really nice from Dark. Creator not protecting it well enough. So Creator says, all right, we got to make up for that. We got to kill this base. So trades, base trades are happening here. Cross the Bile. Just again, forcing the army to back up a little bit. Dude, these Link, they're still down here doing stuff. But this hatch is dead. Okay, so the base trade is complete. Ling's trying to get in here. But it turns out that Colossus are really good versus Zerglings, and shield batteries are also nice. So, alright, base for a base. Base trade in the purest of senses. 13 probes died to 3 drones, though. There we go. Force field, so good. Corrosive Biles dodged ably. Baneling trying to roll in there, but Creator's control a little bit too good. Neither player really willing to commit here. There's the committal, though. Blink it in. Dark doesn't like it. Dark's evacuating another base. Oh, he's down to 3 bases and Creator's on 3 bases. Dark is in an immense amount of trouble. Lurkers are coming in. Seismic Spines is on the way, but it's not done yet. Dude, is Creator just going to win with this push at 11 minutes? I am honest to goodness a little bit flabbergasted at this result. Again, Dark, the answer to this is going to be Lurkers with the range. He doesn't have the range yet, though. Banelings are surprisingly good in this situation, but the force fields have been pretty fantastic. I only see 1 sentry in the comp now, so Banelings might be able to get connections here. Either way, Dark is threatening enough. Oh, especially with the Lurker Spines doing that bonus. Versus the Armored Colossus here. Seismic Spines. Dark's like, come on, upgrade. He's stuck on 3 bases. He's hugely oversaturated at his 3rd. He needs to re-expand, like, now. He really needs to expand right now. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you right this very second. Income is even, which is bad for Zerg players. To be even on income versus a Protoss at 12 minutes. We don't like that at all. So we're making some Infestors. Seismic Spines is done. Creator's backing out a little bit here. He doesn't have detection. Yeah, so he would have been taking shots at those Lurkers if he had detection. Also killing those creep tumors if he had detection. Does he have observers now? Yes, he's got 2. There we go. So 1 joins the army. Yeah, there we go. So he's like, all right, we're a creep clearing squad here. Big attack of Lings coming on down. They're going to kill a couple cannons. That's about it. I might finish off this cannon as well before the army responds to them. And does get it. Okay, so cannons are dead, making this a bit more of a soft target for Lings later. I'd be worried about that, and Creator is a bit worried about it too, kind of leaving some Colossus behind to defend that. Not a bad thought at all. Stalkers, again, mobile, fast, they have blink, they can run, they can blink on top of armies that they can kill. Mobility is pretty much literally everything in an RTS. Dark is replacing the 4th base and the 5th base. Doesn't have the resources for it quite yet. Creator is replacing his 4th base. The Protoss player is looking good right now. He is looking good. Storm on the way. Pretty good against Lurker Storm. Better against, you know, Lings for the most part. But really, just providing general AoE versus a, you know, a Ravager Baneling army is going to be pretty good. Never going to say no to Storm against a Zerg in general. Can't think of a reason why Storm would be bad against a Zerg. Yeah, see, Stalkers are fast. They're going to lose a couple Stalkers, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, 3 Lurkers, pretty scary against a smaller group of Stalkers. Absolutely, yes. I don't know. I thought Dark was in a lot of trouble, but, you know, his 4th base is back. His 5th base is almost back. Neither player has much of a bank right now, so I kind of feel like Dark's okay. He's recovered. He's recovered from the damage. Ooh, this is nice from Creator, though. 5th base under construction. A couple Stalkers getting left behind, which I believe is a Stephen King novel or something. Lurkers versus Rocks is just not a fair fight. Rocks can't fight back, man. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing? The Stalkers are trying to find damage, but they want to snipe the Vipers if possible. This is a really, really tough setup here for Creator all of a sudden. This base, yeah, he just evacuates. The Lurkers get set in. These Stalkers try to do something, but the defensive Lurkers doing work here right now. Out of Dark. Pathogen Glands on the way. Yeah, there's not enough to save this base, so Creator ends up losing a Nexus. His attempt to expand over here gets canceled as well. He's trying to expand bottom right side to try to make up for it. These Stalkers are trying to find damage on this side of the map, but suddenly Dark takes the advantage, just takes his terrible position, turns it into a great one through amazing macro, and these Stalkers are just like, all right, we're here to just kill your natural straight up. Okay, fair enough, I guess. So they get that. These Adepts are trying to kill a base. That's not going to work as well. These Stalkers, are they going to get out? I bet they're going to blink down. Ready for this? Blinking down is a possibility. Yep. But guess who was ready for it? Dark. He's like, aha! I'm going to lurker you into oblivion. Oh, boy. Okay, so this base doesn't die. The natural base is dead, which is not as big of a problem for Dark, I guess. Just because it wasn't a huge source of mineral income for him. It still had, you know, a bunch of gas in these extractors, but yeah, bottom right base for Creators coming up. So he's back on 4 bases now. Dark technically on 3 mining bases. Creator on kind of 2.5 mining bases, but this is looking pretty sparse at the moment. These Lings see this? I don't think they did. They're checking to see if this base is coming up. But, nope. It's down here, and you don't know that it's here. This one's not even replaced. The Lings are very disappointed by this outcome, I think. Oh, they can get this. It's only 2, man. It's only 2 Archons and a couple Immortals. I kind of feel like you got that. Especially considering you have +3 attack. You've got a... No, wait. Adrenal gland. No Adrenal Glands. Oh, never mind. Just kidding. Adrenal Glands was probably necessary for that. Mothership on the way. I feel like those are gonna that's gonna get abducted at some point. Yeah, he doesn't. It's like there has to be a base down here. Korean caster voice pack there from Dark makes sense. Yeah. See, with the War Prism here though, where you can pick up wounded units and drop them back down again, that is a worse situation for these Lings for sure. So Creator's maxed out. Dark is maxed out. We're actually working on tectonic destabilizers, and Creator, after taking this bottom right, is taking this low ground base here too on Pillars of Gold. Okay. All right, all right. These Lings really want to get up in... There's a good time to get on up in there, you guys. I'm just tossing that out. The Immortal count is actually pretty scary. Abducting the Immortals into the Lurker Ball to thin their numbers is very good, though. Storm combined with Immortal attacks is great. These Banelings are trying to accomplish something. The probes all split up, and the Banelings are like, okay, sure. 8 probes killed. Better than nothing, I suppose. More Banelings are going to be used for harassment in that way here. These Lings... almost get a Stalker, 4 HP. One more hit would have taken that sucker down. The consume on this hatchery is bringing it to 50% HP. Seems like it's low. Banelings! Once again, the probes are just splitting, so I think 1 probe died there. Pretty great split out of Creator. He's an insanely, insanely good player. I like what we're seeing here. So it's largely just Lurkers, which the Tempests, pro tip, really good against Lurkers. You know, Tempests fly. Lurkers can't shoot up. So Guardian Shield gets popped. We're going to try to get rid of some of these spores here. Spores can hit Colossus. They can also hit Observers that are running around. Observer's kind of a big deal when your opponent has this many Lurkers. An Abduct. I don't know if there's enough anti-air. I guess that's a pretty decent number of Hydras. There's probably enough anti-air if you abducted the Mothership into the middle of those Hydras. The Mothership would die. But see, Lurker range, man, pretty good. Pretty good. Neural Parasite on the way here from Dark. 12 o'clock base mined out. Again, Creator's economy is back up and humming, man. I mean, Dark has more, but it's pretty even, honestly. Pretty even income. I like this group. They're just kind of covering this base and this base. If Dark tries to expand over there without bringing adequate army with him. He's doing a very, very slow march this way, though. There's the abduct. Probably a second abduct is necessary, and there it is. So Mothership dies after 2 abducts. Tosses down a Time Warp, which, sure, I don't think that did a whole lot. Time Warp, when's the last time you saw a Time Warp get tossed down that, like, totally changed the game? I honestly can't think of one. Creators were expanding back to his 4th base. It's got to be feeling pretty good. I'd be feeling pretty amazing if I was him. Resources lost, 26,000 for Dark, 20,000 for Creator. It's still within the realm where the Zerg player can win. But I don't like that Creator is able to kind of get these bases for free. I mean, he's defending them. Let's not pretend he's just tossing them up and nothing. He's got cannons, he's got shield batteries. Army is covering this bottom right corner pretty effectively. We've got a bit of a zealot. Oh, these guys got tired of waiting for an expansion up this way, so they went to attack and accomplished almost nothing. I mean, they did some damage against this lurker den, which is pretty cool, I guess. But we are tempesting. We're also getting flux veins for the, I want to say it's 0 void rays. Yeah, the 0 void rays that Creator has. He's doing some kind of like soft sky toss thing. So like Tempest Void Ray. Wait, did he cancel that? No, it finished. Flux Veins is done. It's like a Tempest Void Ray Colossus Stalker Immortal thing. I mean, the Void Rays are also very good versus Lurkers in a one-on-one battle. So yes, Tempest. Oh jeez. Yeah. Okay. The Tempests are not over here, says Dark. So let's go ahead and wipe out an entire Nexus. There we go. Dark needed that to kind of get back into this game, I feel like. He's got the top left happening, and he's also expanded to this low ground. So he's double expanded, and he just killed the Nexus. The Tectonic Destabilizers upgrade makes the attacks orange against ground buildings and ground units, but only does bonus damage versus buildings. They don't actually do bonus damage to units, even though the orange would indicate that that is the case. It's not accurate. Dude, these Immortals might actually, they're just taking down drones right now. I feel like, shoot, these Lurkers, though, Neural Parasite on the Tempest, and they're doing damage against the Colossus, and the Storms are getting tossed down. And the Neural Parasite wears off, but the Tempests are all in a lot of trouble because that's a lot of spores. The attention, there we go, finally draws the attention. After 19 drones have died, the Lurkers finally recognize what's happening over there. Dark is able to actually take care of it by burning his Lurkers about 5 feet this way. Nicely done. This is a good ZVP. Holy smokes. There's not even any carriers in it. It's doing the Void Ray Tempest thing. This Warp Prism. Been doing work since 63, man. Forces a cancel on the top left-hand base. Beautiful, beautiful job there. Just, delicious. Deliciously job. This base might be in a lot of trouble because the army's the other way, but we're just doing another base trade scenario where Dark's probably going to lose this hatch, although the number of Lurkers here is pretty good. But man, look at them just marching. The Immortals are dying, but they are taking every Lurker with them. This hatchery's dead as predicted. This bottom right base is probably dead as predicted. Zealot's just getting dropped in the natural base and absolutely tearing apart the defenses in here. With the exception of the Lurkers, which they can't see because they don't have detection. Yeah, this bottom right base is dead. Zealots going to town inside the main base. Another hatch down. Just Void Ray Tempest Immortal. You know, just classic stuff here. Parasitic Bomb getting tossed down against the Void Rays and the Tempest, because what else do you do? I mean, it's not, I mean, he's not even really splitting against it. It doesn't do enough damage. I think Creator has just won this game. It feels a little premature. But that Raffle Stomping, canceling this base, killing this base, and killing this base in quick succession was pretty good. He did recall. These Zealots are still doing things. Warp Prism gets Neural Parasited and assassinated by Hydralisks. Okay. So, income check. Just barely favoring Dark again. It's kind of been hovering in this area for the last 5 minutes. But Dark losing... Creator losing 2 bases. Dark effectively losing 2-ish bases. Creator expanding to this left side has been a giant benefit for him. If he didn't have this base, he'd be in an immense amount of trouble. But having another source of income would be really, really good right now. Dark actually expanding to Creator's side of the map down here in the bottom right. Trying to sneak it, but guess who has the scouting sense? Yeah, Creator knew. Creator knows. Also, does he know about these changelings? He's not killing them. He should, though. Duck's getting tossed down. There we go. Colossus dies. Viper's running for it before they get feedbacked, and they do get feedbacked. That poor Immortal doesn't stand a chance, and 2 Zealots enough to cancel this base. However, Dark on the offensive. Coming down, a Lurker Hydra going to take... My goodness. This Nexus is dead, too. This is... My gosh. Is this going to be an epic game? I feel like this is epic level. Hot diggity do right now. This Nexus is dead as well. Creator's just been knocked down to effectively 0 sources of income. Dark, additionally, very close to 0 sources of income right now. He has more of an army to defend his homeland, though. Yeah. Nexus down. Creator's in an immense amount of trouble. The Neural Parasite using Void Rays against anything. Colossus, Tempest, why not? The Neural Parasite being so important in this game. Dark using Spellcasters as they're intended to be used as a true master of the swarm here. Long distance mining probes, but they have to return all the way back home to the natural base if they're going to do long distance mining, which that does not seem super viable. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Only 10 kills on this. This is your GG right here. GG Neural Parasite. Bam. Dark comes out on top after 27 minutes and 5 seconds. Holy cannoli. That was honestly a fantastic game. That was... I kind of referenced this, didn't I, in the early part of this game. Someone's ahead, then they fall behind, then they come back ahead, then they fall behind. Very back and forth. It was 5 hatcheries and 7 Nexuses died. Like, that's how I know this was a good game. Both players losing exactly 62 workers is also good. Dark ended up losing 48,000 resources to 46 from Creator, so he shrunk that gap, right? It was bigger before, it's smaller now, which means he did well over the last few minutes. The income still kind of just hovering around 1,000 resources per minute in favor of either player over the last 5-10 minutes. But yeah, at the end there, Creator just had no income whatsoever. He was trying to long distance mine. There were lurkers strategically placed in beautiful places. Dark is honestly terrifying. He lost 2 lurker dens and didn't have one at the end of the game. That's fun. Yeah, I mean, Dark's army was... the 35 Hydras is a lot. 9 lurkers, too. The Infestors, MVPs of this match. The Neural Parasites were amazing. The Abducts were very good from the Vipers as well. The Storms from Creator were beautiful for the most part. The Tempest doing a ton of work against the Spores that were set up to defend against them. Void Rays doing some good work there, too. But, you know, only one person can win, and that's what matters. Man, amazing. Really incredible game. I think I'm getting an epic tag. But let me know in the comments if I should get an epic tag. And that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin with another StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void cast. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also find me at Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.